Díobh agus fáilte arás go Gaeilge and mo chroí. Hello and welcome back to Irish in My Heart. And if you are new here, díobh agus fáilte. Today we are going to be taking a look at the preposition egg, which essentially means at, but it has various translations depending on the context in which it's used. We're also going to be taking a look at prepositional pronouns. In English, prepositions and pronouns are kept separate. They remain two separate words. To me, on you. They don't become one word, whereas in Irish, they do. And we're going to be taking a look at all those combinations for the preposition egg. First of all, let's get started with the most basic meaning and uses of egg. For time and location, it translates as it does in English to at. I'll give you an example. At 6 o'clock. Egg a sé a chlog. At the weekend. Egg an jeru seachtaine. Example for location. At the cinema. Egg an Pictourland. The word for cinema is Pictourland. Notice how I pronounce it like a B. That's because egg, the preposition egg, plus the definite article an causes uru on the following word, if that word can be eclipsed. If you would like more information on this, I have made a whole video dedicated to eclipsis / uru, so go and check that out. The eclipsis for P is B. So at the cinema, egg an Pictourland. It's also important to note that egg plus definite article causes eclipsis except for on D and T. So preposition plus definite article does not cause eclipsis on D or T, nouns beginning with D or T. But these letters can be eclipsed in other situations. I hope to God that makes sense, because it does to me, but to somebody just starting out, that might be a whole load of gibberish. And also another interesting thing to note is that in the situation of preposition plus definite article, in Ulster, where I'm from, Donegal, and other parts, other counties in Ulster, instead of eclipsis, we use shevu. I kind of go between both because I'm kind of used to seeing eclipsis, but then sometimes I would use shevu, like when I was writing up notes for this video, I wrote down egg an Pictourland, but then I thought I would say about eclipsis because in other dialects, they use the eclipsis. But if you ever mess up and put a shevu instead of eclipsis, then you're not wrong in Ulster. So I also have a whole video dedicated to shevu, so go and check that out as well. Okay, so we have established two uses then of the preposition egg for time and location. Now let's look at egg when it combines with pronouns. When egg combines with pronouns, it means have. This is quite interesting actually, because in other languages have is a verb, whereas in Irish it's the preposition at and the pronoun. So instead of some like me having something, it's at me. Because of this, we need to have a verb at the start of the sentence for it to make sense. I'll explain what I mean. I have is agam or agam. I always pronounce it like agam, but others might pronounce it like agam. That is a combination of the preposition egg and the pronoun may, meaning I. Instead of egg may, it becomes agam. You have uggets. You have uggets. Ugget is a combination of egg plus to. At you. You have uggets. She has eki. She has eki. The combination of egg and the pronoun she. He has ega. He has ega. That's a combination of egg and the pronoun she for he. At him. He has. We have uggin. We have uggin. You might hear this pronounced like uggin as well. I tend to do that myself. It's not technically correct because there's no father on the I, but I guess it's just over time. It's a habit. Egg plus shin or mudge. It makes more sense to come from shin because you can see the INN in uggin. Egg plus shin. At us, we have ugging. You plural have uggiv. You or use, we would say in good old Donegal, yous have ogive. That's a combination of egg and shiv. At, use. Use, have, ogive. Last but not least, aku. They have. Aku. They have. A combination of egg and shade. At them. Aku. They have. Now, like I mentioned previously, you need to pair it with a verb because it's not a verb, it's a preposition and a pronoun. So if I wanted to say, I have a car, the sentence would go like this. Ta car ogam. I have a car. So it's a little bit different in Irish, but it translates in English to having something. Past tense, we'll take the sentence, she had a job. Vi post eki. Vi post eki. She had a job. They will have a new house. Be cha nua aku. Be cha nua aku. And whatever you have always comes before saying you have it, or they have it, or he has it. Here are some of the things that in Irish we would say we have, which we might not phrase it like that in English. I just gave you examples of possessions. So in English, yes, we would say we have those things like a car, a new house, a job. Languages, skills, and qualities. I'm going to give you an example for each of these. I have Irish, tá gaeilge agam. But that also translates as I can speak Irish. Tá gaeilge agam. Tá gaeilge agam. He speaks English. Tá béarla aige. Or he has English. Tá béarla aige. Now regarding skills, for example, if you wanted to say, I can drive, tá chomage agam. I have driving. Tá chomage agam. He can swim, tá snav aige. Tá snav aige. An example for qualities, so if you want to say like they are loyal, you can say it like they are loyal or they have loyalty. Tá díol seacht aku. Tá díol seacht aku. So they have loyalty, they are loyal. To be allowed to do something, in Irish, we phrase it like we have permission. And I'm sure this is going to bring back a lot of memories for all of you who went to school in Ireland. The number one thing that people still remember, even if they don't remember any other Irish, an bhfuil cadagum dul go dí an leithris. So, for some people, I don't need to translate, but for those of you who don't know, it literally translates to, do I have permission to go to the toilet? Am I allowed to go to the toilet? An bhfuil cad agam dul go dí an leithris. I'm sure that's something that, for those of you who learned a different language in school, probably still remember in that language. School, it was probably the most useful thing. You have permission. You could say, tá cead agat. Tá cead agat. You're allowed to. You have permission. Léirimh, that's the next one, which in English it's a verb, but in Irish it's a feeling that you have, an emotion.
Deep rooted in our souls.
So there are a few ways to express your
Love
in Irish. One of the main ways, you can say you have love for someone. So in English, I love you. In Irish direct translation, I have love for you. So, tá gra agam ditch. Tá gra agam ditch. You can also say it like, I have love on you. Tá gra agam ort. If you'd like to see a video on the preposition let me know and I'll be happy to do it. To be interested in something. In Irish, you say you have an interest, which you can say in English, but this is like the only way to say it in Irish. For example, I am interested in acting. In Irish, tá sim or spéis, so 2 words for interest, sim or spéis, agam san aisteoireacht. I have interest in acting. Tá sim agam san aisteoireacht. And the final way that it means have is if you want to say that you have done something, like directly translating as that. I have done the work. Tá an obair deanta agam. Tá an obair deanta agam. He has cleaned the house Tá an cha glanta ega. Now, of course, you could say he cleaned the house, like the past tense of glan, chlan, chlan she an cha. So only 3 uses left. Egg can also mean ing. The gerund, I think it's called,
A fancy name.
for it. Doing, cleaning, eating, if you want to say it like that in Irish. Egg is the equivalent to ing, and it comes before the verb. Ing do, ing eat. For example, doing egg janu, eating egg ihe, putting egg cur. You get the point. If you would like to see a video on verbal nouns, because the nouns, they do change in Irish when they're verbal nouns, their form changes a little, let me know and I'll be happy to do that. Another use of egg is to say an amount of something. A lot of them, golor aku, a lot at them. A lot of them are working. Tá golor aku ag ober. Tá golor aku ag ober. Some of us are eating. Tá rinch ogin ag ihe. Tá rinch ogin ag ihe. It's important to note that this is only applies to the plural pronouns. Us, yous, and them. If you're using the actual noun, for example, if you want to say like, a lot of the children are tired. Tá alan de na pastí tursach. If you wanted to say the same thing but say a lot of them are tired, you could say Tá alan aku tursach. Final use of egg. Well, final one that I have. I know there are a few more, but these are like the main, most useful ones. From or because of. Let me explain. I am cold from the snow. Tá mé fuair ag an sneachta. Tá mé fuair ag an sneachta. I am tired because of the baby. Tá mé tuirseach ag an lanamh. Tá mé tuirseach ag an lanamh. I am tired at the baby. So, at the fault of the baby. It's all its fault. Okay, shin a, that is it. I really hope this was useful, that it made sense. It was a little bit complex, but hopefully I broke it down enough and it makes sense. So what I recommend is to pause when I have like captions on the screen and write it down rather than going back again. So listen to what I say, maybe pause, write the notes. If you have to, go back. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. I will be making Irish videos hopefully every week. Turn on your notifications so that you don't miss them. Big shout out to my patrons as always. Thank you very much for your support. If you would like to become a patron, the link is in my description. There are benefits, so go and check out that link. It should also be up here. Check out my Instagram for more regular content. The link is also in the description. Gur míle maith agah agus slán live. Thank you so much for watching. I am excellent. Well, as excellent as I can be, but I'm feeling pretty good. That translates to they will have a new house. No. You can say you have love. Okay. Let's do this. This is tough. This is really tough. My back hurts.